Let's do a reading, see what comes out. We are checking for the general vibe today. What is going on generally? What do we need to know? First card that pops out is the High Priestess, so that's definitely telling me that intuition is needed right now. Also maybe be connecting more with your higher self, something like that. I think for a few people, you've been dealing with situations where you just don't fully trust yourself. You're kind of looking to other people to maybe help you center yourself a little bit. Like maybe you're constantly looking for guidance from other people, from advice from other people, and you're not really looking within, which like same, you know? So I think that's really what like the main central focus of this reading is the fact that like you just don't trust yourself. You don't trust your intuition. Whenever you try to come up with solutions to problems, you really just like draw a blank. So maybe you're distracting yourself too much. Maybe you're looking elsewhere a little bit too much. There's something going on where you're just not giving yourself the focus to like sit there and analyze and figure out what exactly it is that you want and what you need. The Chariot also popped out in this reading, and it really makes me think that you are like a driving force. Like you really want something to happen and you're like pushing for it so much. And I feel like you're emotionally wrapped up in it because the Chariot also represents Cancer. So I get the feeling that you really want this thing to happen. You're like super emotionally involved in it. You like really want like a new start, like some sort of change, but because you don't trust yourself, you don't know exactly what steps to take to get to that next step. Five of Pentacles also popped out in this reading as well. And that makes me think that you were going through this really long period of struggling. Like you were just struggling so much. You were having a hard time believing in yourself. I feel like really like you were struggling so hard to feel like you deserved something better, because you just felt like you were constantly stuck in this place and you just couldn't move forward. You couldn't move on. And so it made you feel disconnected from yourself. But I feel like you're honestly becoming a little bit closer to yourself in that way. Like maybe you've recognized that you don't trust yourself, you know? With that High Priestess card, I feel like it's a reminder of what you can have and what you can do. You just really have to like take that time to sit with yourself and figure out what exactly that is, you know? Yep, Two of Pentacles reversed. So you're also struggling with just like finding that like work-life balance. And whenever I put it over here on top of the Chariot and on top of the High Priestess, then it really gives me this vibe that the imbalance comes from you wanting something so much that you're unable to see objectively, and you're unable to kind of like look within and figure out what's going on. I don't know about for you guys, but sometimes when I do readings for myself, they like make no sense. Like literally only when I do readings for the collective am I like, oh my gosh, this makes sense and it relates to me too. But like when I do a reading that's just me, just solo, I'm like, what does this even mean? Like I'm just not as good as good at it as I would be like reading for the collective. I think another reason too of why you feel like you're coming out of this like depressive period, even if maybe you're not necessarily out of it yet, like there's still definitely a transition, is this Eight of Pentacles here. It's because you've just been working really hard and you still do have a lot of work to do, a lot of work ahead of you, especially whenever it comes to this like balance. I think that's what you need to focus a little bit more on, is like how to focus your intuition, how to focus your like on your inner self and like actually listening, actually working with those parts of yourself. And that'll help you come up with the next steps of how to move forward and how to get that thing you really want, that you've really been working for. And you like, you know, you're putting in all of this like diligent work into it. And I feel like it's something that you're passionate about. And so you really want it to happen. You really want it to manifest. And I think it is coming for you. I just definitely think also that you might have a lot of different options at the moment. So I think taking that time to really be intuitive and really listen to what the universe is telling you might be that like leading step that gets you to that next point of where you really want to be. Thanks for watching. If you liked my reading and you want a personal reading, I offer them. And you could also give me a follow and maybe just interact with this video so that I end up on more people's feeds. Share me with somebody if you feel like they really need to hear that message, whatever. But thanks.